Hello and good morning and welcome to Etiom events. My name is Gavin Esselmont. I am the boss man of the company. I am so glad that you guys are joining us this morning, Monday morning. Hope you had a good weekend. The reason we're doing this is because we are a very small company and we've learned quite a lot whilst we've been on lockdown. So we felt that it was great to jump on a webinar, use the technology that's available to us, and just basically say hello from us lot. We've had various questions from people over the last 4 months asking, what can we do to support in terms of their websites and all various other bits and pieces. And a lot of people don't actually realize what we do. So I'm going to host this session quite regularly, probably once a month, and everybody is welcome to ask us any questions. It could be to me or any of the other team. And yeah, we would love to have an interactive session as well so that we can understand what everybody else is up to, because everyone is dealing with this lockdown in the best way that they can. People have got businesses, people don't have businesses, families, dogs, and basically trying to make the best out of this unfortunate situation. So I'm going to introduce the team. I'll do it one by one, so it puts them on the spot and they have to essentially tell us a little bit about them. We'll also give you a little update about our events and also what other events that we do, because again, people don't realize how much we actually do being quite a small team. So and it'll be about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on if we do get any questions. So I hope you enjoy. First up is Adam. Adam is our ops manager. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
Very good, thanks.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad.
Yeah,
Adam,
very early for me.
It's not quite. It's only 9 o'clock. Come on, it's like half the day's gone already. But Adam is our ops manager. He's actually furloughed just now, so he's kindly agreed to come on this call for 10, 15 minutes just to say hello. So what have you been up to the last few months, Adam?
Well, obviously, just to save my sanity, I've been challenging myself and I've been doing 5K a day since March. So I've really been enjoying that. And I've been rediscovering Aberdeen. So I've been to castles, the beach, various walks. So I've actually enjoyed that quite a lot. And then I've sort of rediscovered cooking. So I've been cooking amazing meals just to keep myself safe.
Speciality? Have you got a speciality yet?
Sort of Mediterranean. I've got back into the sort of fish and seafood thing, so that's been quite good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's it really.
You been away anywhere at all? Have you any trips, or are you still kind of locked down?
Well, no, I went to see my family's in the West Coast. So I went to see my family in Barra and had amazing weather and just enjoyed being on the beach in Barra, which was a rare thing because you're normally blown off the beach at Barra. And we are planning to do a bit of a glamping session, hopefully at the end of this month, for our staycation.
Oh, cool. Is that a week you're going away for, or a few days?
No,
or?
just a weekend. But again, it's good to see the kind of tourist industries kind of just come back really well. So it's quite hard to get a booking. So we managed to get a few days in our wee glamping pod, which we're excited just to get away.
That's really cool. I would even love to go camping in the garden, but I've got things like my hair I've got to worry about, so we won't be doing that. So that's good. So I will now pass you over to Allison. Allison, the blonde bombshell who's been doing our hair. So hello, Allison. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, Gavin.
Are you doing all right? Are you working?
Thanks.
Have you been working?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah,
you've got a dual role, haven't you, Alison? You work for us, which we're all delighted about, and you've got another role outside Etiom as well. So, and how are you coping with the lockdown?
So I've been really busy with that. I'm fine. Yeah, it's good. I've been out walking, something I haven't done for years. But my daughter broke her foot, so we had the dog for 6 weeks. So that was an excuse to go out walking, I suppose. And I've met lots of people and seen lots of people that I haven't seen for years. Met some nice, interesting folks. So it's been really good.
It seems to be the common theme. It's
and trying to keep it fit.
Yeah, people are getting out and about, exercising more, and I probably put myself in that camp as well. I've been trying to do 5 miles a day, and I've really been enjoying it because it gives you a bit of time to focus on mental well-being, which has been obviously in in the light for the last 12 months, but it's always been there. It's just really good that it's actually getting a huge focus now. So hopefully people can continue to keep well and keep their mental well-being in check as well. So no, brilliant, Allison. And also we've got Jade, who is the silent assassin. Jade supports us in the background with various kind of tasks, including event management. Hi Jade, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? So Jade helps us with all parts of the business, really.
Hi.
She's
I feel a bit bad. Everyone's been super healthy.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you were breaking up a little bit there, but no, it's good to have Jade as part of the team. I say Jade supports our events and data kind of works in the background with a couple of what we call CRM systems that we build, and she's also been picking up the phone, talking to various people just to say hello again. So Jade is certainly a quiet one of the team. Is that fair to say, Jade?
Yeah, I would say that's fair. Compared to you guys, anyway.
Yeah, we're a noisy bunch. So so this is the team. This is Etiom, and I'll give you a quick update of what's been happening. We have been very busy actually since lockdown. In fact, we were busy right up until the day of lockdown. We delivered the last of our face-to-face events just a few days before lockdown. This was Scottish Self-Build and Renovation up in Inverness. We were very stressed on the run-up to that because we were trying to communicate, we were trying to explain to people what we're doing, and encouraging people to support not just ourselves but the venue and the actual event as well. So what we found during that event was that we really had to try and pull all the strands together, because ultimately if our events don't go ahead, then the supply chain that supports us lose work, and so we really need to make sure that when we are doing an event, we think about the safety first, and also the further kind of ramifications of us cancelling or postponing events. So that was just a couple of days before the Scottish Self-Build and Renovation event up in Inverness. Since then, we were essentially on quiet mode for 2 or 3 weeks. I think we were just grappling with the whole situation, like I'm sure a lot of people were. We obviously had events planned for the summertime, which we had to review, and because it was a moving target, we didn't really know what was going on and how long lockdown would continue for. We really just had to play it by ear and continue to do so, because the event circuit, in terms of information and when we can do event, continues to be a question mark. But we'll talk about that later on in the session. We reacted to the situation as best as we could to keep our name out there as best we could, but also to support our clients and share technology that they could potentially use to keep their name out there. One of the things that we've been continuing to do is webinars, which was something that was quite prolific in terms of the online world, but it was very new to us and very new to our business. So we spent some time looking at the market to understand what we could do that was slightly different, that we could brand, that we could have a bit of fun with, as well as looking at all the traditional platforms that are currently out there, like Zoom and Teams and all these other ones. So we launched the webinar series for Scottish Self-Build and Renovation, and it's been quite good. We do one every 2 weeks now, every Sunday evening. Sometimes it feels like Sunday morning by the time you get to the end of it. It's been really good for those that are participating in the sessions, and it's also quite good for us to hopefully get better with these things. There's so many things going on when you're doing a webinar. You've got comments coming in. You're trying to focus on what's being said. It's very difficult to actually do these webinars. It looks quite seamless sometimes on the front, but it is quite a difficult thing to do. So on the back of that, we've also had inquiries from other companies asking if we would do not just webinars, but internal recorded programs that people can use for staff training, etc., etc. So that's been quite exciting, something new for us, and that's we're working on that with a couple of clients at the moment, and that may be something that we continue to do. Because obviously Etiom is more than just an events company. We like to think ourselves that if a company is looking to get their name out there in face-to-face events, or maybe it's doing something else like digital marketing, etc. If we can't do it, we work very closely with partners that can actually support, and they are the experts in various areas, and we like to think that we're quite good in other areas, and we join together, and that's what we've learned through lockdown. It really is about working closely with partners to understand how we can collectively help and support the industry. Anyway, I'm waffling. Self-build, whilst we're on that subject, I will just cover self-build with Allison. So myself and Allison, we essentially manage the Scottish Self-Build and Innovation event. Jade supports, and also Adam is quite prolific with the old event management side on site. With Scottish Self-Build, we had an event, or have an event booked for the 19th and 20th of September. We were very hopeful to do that event, but fresh off the news just on Friday from Boris Johnson and the UK government, it looks unlikely that we will be able to do that event when we had it planned, which is obviously disappointing for us, because then you start to think, okay, well, how are people going to react to this? But we hope that people will continue to support us with our new date. We were talking to the Ardo on Friday to discuss and agree what sort of other date we could have that event. So that is just work in progress, fresh off last Friday. And again, we need to be sensible. We don't want to be doing anything that's out of compliance with the UK government and the Scottish government. And we want to make sure that people continue to support us, and that's not just exhibitors. It's obviously about the people coming to these events as well. So it's very important that we continue to support the entire stakeholders, if you like, of each of those events. So for those of you that are interested in Scottish Self-Build and Renovation, we will be promoting the new date when we have it. Hopefully we'll have it in the next couple of days, and then we can start to share that with people, pick up the phone, talk to people, understand what their feelings are about the new date, and then we can move forward with that event. We've also got some really exciting plans for Scottish Self-Build and Renovation for 2021, which were already in place before lockdown, but we do have a few other things that we're doing that will really support our exhibitors to get their name even further into that sector through our online channels. So we've had a lot of engagement from people doing self-builds. We're getting a bit more data from them, so we understand what they're looking for from us, and also from our supporters, our exhibitors. So that's really exciting, and we'll be sharing that probably in the next webinar update that we do in 3 or 4 weeks. Allison, I've waffled there, but is there anything else that you'd like to add in terms of Scottish Self-Build?
I'm just really excited about the prospect next year. I think we're going to have great events, and I think things will start coming together pretty quickly. There's great opportunity for our existing customers and new clients as well. And I think there's a real pool certainly for Perth and Aviemore. I think there's, that kind of covers the West Coast, doesn't it?
You just let the cat out of the bag, so I'll just explain where Allison's coming from that. So essentially, we have got a new event launching for next year, which is in Perth, which is an exciting addition for us, and hopefully for our exhibitors, and also those that are doing a self-build project. There is a lot of people traveling to our other events from that area, and from even south of that area. So we have been working with a venue down in Perth to understand what we can do there. So that's an exciting addition. And also, Allison mentioned there, Aviemore. We are moving the Inverness event to the McDonald Aviemore Resort. The only reason we're doing that is because it's a slightly larger event, and if we are in a lockdown, socially distanced place in coming next year, then we've got more space to be able to expand and really focus on the areas that perhaps we could add to the existing event. So that's a really exciting move for us. The Dramosi venue that we had the event in March were fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And we look forward to expanding on the concept and having a much larger space, again, just to offer more variety to these people coming to the door, and it allows us to continue with the seminars. So various things happening next year, and in addition to the webinars, we will continue them, hopefully do them every 2 weeks, as long as demand is there. And yeah, bringing that all together, hopefully that's a really exciting change for people that support the Scottish Self-Build and Renovation event. Thanks, Alison. Really appreciate that update. The other event and sector that we operate in is hair and beauty, neither of which I have. But that is made up by the other members of the team. I'm just saying that before anyone kind of say it for me. Scottish Self-Build and Renovation. I'm going to pass over to Adam, but essentially it is an event that we entered, that sector we entered into last year, and it's a really exciting, fun sector to operate within. We've grown it over the last kind of 12 to 18 months, and we have got some really exciting plans for the next 12 to 18 months as well. So maybe Adam can share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously the event was firstly designed to highlight the sector in the kind of north of Scotland. And it was really well received, and it grew. And 2020 was meant to be a very exciting time, and it still will be. We've just postponed it for now. We were supposed to be launching the Highland Hair and Beauty. Again, really good response to that. They were really welcoming of people recognising their sector and their efforts. So what we did with that was supposed to be at the start of this year. So obviously, as we've mentioned to everybody, all applications have just been stored until a later day. So all that hard work and everyone's applications, we still have them, so don't worry about that. And then we were supposed to be moving then into our first beauty brunch, which was in partnership with Beauty Booker and with Grand Aura, and that was very much an educational kind of event on the industry. So it was all about highlighting the Northeast, about product launches, about training. So again, that was supposed to happen in May. Again, so what's happening with that is once again we have postponed that until next year, and we're really looking forward to doing both those events next year. Like I said, we'd actually designed a really good seminar program, training courses, product launches at Beauty Brunch, and I really want to sort of grow on what we have, all those relationships, and then move it to the next event. On that though, Gavin, I'm going to sort of go back to you on that. So you've done really well with these seminars and online conversations, and they've been really good to watch and listen to. So I just want to mention that obviously Etiom, we can, if you want to do this, if you want to do a product training, or if you want to do a product launch, whether that's that self-build or whether that's hair and beauty, please get in touch with us. We can help you host that, we can brand it up. But Gavin, do you want to kind of explain a bit more about how we can offer that service?
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to what I mentioned before. We, as a lot of companies are doing, are trying to offer something that's a bit more digital, a bit more online to our existing clients, and we are doing these online sessions for ourselves and for the self-build sector, but that's something that we can equally offer to the hair and beauty sector. So as fortunately we see the hair salons coming back to work and the beauty salons hopefully coming very soon, it may be something that
they're coming back. Yeah.
When is it?
I think it's 25th. Yeah. But again, it's sort of various treatments from the 25th. But yes,
it may be something that people want to have a chat with us about. Again, it's not about money exchanging hands. It's about trying to support. And I think where we can do this sort of thing, everyone's in different locations. There's no reason why we can't also do it with salons, with any businesses that you have basically a mobile phone or any kind of technology that you can beam video and audio. And I think there's some really exciting photographs on Facebook. I was seeing videos of various hairdressers getting back to work, and I think if we can actually share that and and also have something that you can actually look back on maybe in 12 months' time. I think these things, the other beauty of webinars is they hang around for quite some time, so we're talking, videos that are very useful from a marketing perspective. So if anyone wants to talk to us about this, feel free to get in touch with any one of the team. It's again, all we're trying to do here is tell people what we can do to support, and if they want to have a chat to us to understand what we can do, then happy days.
Yeah, and you've also been doing online shops for people and new websites for people, which is supported them, which is great. So again, anyone within the hair and beauty sector, if you want to expand your business and offer an online shop option, we can help you with that. We've been doing it very successfully for people. Same with maybe a refreshing website, help you with Google traction to people so people can find you. It's been really good. And I'm same as Gavin there. It's really nice to see people back to work and the lovely pictures of people going back into salons. So with that, we're now at the time of year that we normally launch the Northeast Awards. So what Gavin and we've been sort of discussing this and what we could do. So we're really pleased. The awards have always been about highlighting the industry and supporting the industry. So we're really pleased to launch the awards, which are now, you can now apply, which is scottishhairandbeauty.com/enter the awards. Now, what we're doing this year is we're going to combine the Highlands and Aberdeen and do a North Scotland Hair and Beauty Awards. This year, I think application is going to be a little bit different. I think it's going to be a lot of talking about people who have supported each other and communicated with each other and gone above and beyond. And maybe, please put that sort of information in your applications to say, it's been a tough year, but this is what we've done to recover. Perhaps you've used the time to refurbish your salon or, done additional training. Please put that in your application. And we're actually going to do a virtual awards. And that's going to be a really exciting thing that we're also going to use. We're going to use, a live kind of webinar virtual awards where people can have parties in their salons that we can go live to for the winners and just have a really good awards. And once again, we're hoping to get STV to help us with that and host it for us. So it should be a really fun event for everyone to get involved in and just let their hair down after a difficult 2020 and just really say, we've got through this. Well done, everybody. And really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's something again that's new to us in terms of this whole live and virtual events. But again, it's another exciting addition to what we're doing. We have to react. We don't want to lose anything that we're doing and the traction that we've created for our various events. But at the same time, it's been a difficult period for everybody, and particularly the hair and beauty sector. So by creating and continuing the award ceremony, bringing it all together as across North Scotland, and then doing one virtual event at the end of the year, it's really quite exciting. We'll be using this platform to essentially every category that's announced, we will beam all the finalists up onto the screen at the same time. So they'll be in their salons, hopefully, dressed up, drinking away, having a good time virtually, and we will be announcing the winner of each category live, and we'll beam them straight onto the Tinternet. And that's something that's quite fun. It'll be riddled with problems, no doubt, but we'll manage it like we always do, and just get over. And hopefully everyone just really, really enjoys the different approach that we're taking to that. So applications are now being accepted on scottishhairbeauty.com/enter. So have a look at that link. And I noticed last night there was a couple more that were starting to start their application process. We actually invested quite a bit last year in our application process to try and get away from paper and the traditional way of applying for these things. And you can now enter online. You can take your time with it. You can save it. You can go back to it and really take your time to get the best application that you're capable of doing. And the closing date's, I think, the 7th of September, isn't it, Adam?
I believe so. I'm not too sure. I believe so.
It is. 7th of September, so you've got another 49 days-ish to get your application in following that, we've got a judging panel from right across the north of Scotland that will look at each of the applications, and they'll be scored online again in our portal. And following that, we'll announce the finalists. I think it's October.
Yeah,
there'll be a 2-week public vote exercise, if you like, which doesn't drive the answer to the winners. It is just a slight influence. We call it the fifth judge, because it is literally about understanding what people can actually, what people are saying about these companies as well. And that really does add a little bit of weight to the application, but it doesn't drive the winners. And then we'll be doing the award ceremony virtually on the 29th of November, which was our original date for the Northeast Awards. So we're really excited about that, and just keep following our social media channels to hear more updates on that event. That's Scottish Hair Beauty, I think. Anything else? Can't think of anything.
So just if you need it, Jade's obviously there. If you want to call and ask any sort of questions about applications, we're here to answer those questions. I mean, I'm still furloughed, but Jade's still there to answer those questions.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So it's Jade to help you there with your any applications or any information. And again, all the Highland applications that we had previously have been added to this list, so none of that information has been lost.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, actually, Adam, because I'd say we launched it just before lockdown. We were due to have the awards up in Inverness during lockdown, and we didn't want to lose that good work that people have put in. So we've still got those applications, and we'll still be reviewing them as we would do with any other applications. So, and it's also important to say that if people have already applied, they can still open them up and change them if they want to. If there's things that have happened over the last 3 to 4 months that has changed your focus on the industry, or maybe you did something during the last 4 months that were really exciting that you want to say in your application, just if you've still got your login, just log back in, edit it. I say you've got until the 7th of September to finally submit it. So by all means, play around with it as long as you can. Remember, 7th of September, that's the closing date. So good stuff. So that's the 2 events or the 2 sectors that we've been operating in, and we're continuing to work in the background on. In addition to that, we've got various other activities that we've been working on. As I said, Adam mentioned websites, so we have been helping companies, more so community or kind of free charity organisations, putting some basic websites up for them. We've also been doing some paid work for the likes of retail and doing e-commerce work, e-commerce web build, which a lot of companies have been grappling with. And we've supported some just to guide them in terms of what they may or may not want to do. But others, we've actually been building their websites for them, and it's an exciting opportunity to talk to all these companies and these retail outlets, because again, it makes us more aware of what's going on out there. We're just a little events and marketing company. However, there's a big bad world out there, so it's quite interesting to see how people are tackling the whole lockdown situation, and also how they're tackling coming out of lockdown, which is equally as stressful, if not more stressful, than actually being in lockdown, which I hadn't appreciated until I talked to various companies over the last few months. So that's continuing, and it will continue. It's something that we've always done. We've always built websites, and we always kind of work with our marketing, our sort of digital marketing partners to ensure that these websites are optimized, and all the stuff that we don't do, we want to make sure that we support by doing an all-rounded approach to these website builds. Another thing that we do that people didn't realize that we do is CRM systems, customer relationship management systems, where again, the lockdown has given people a bit more time to take a step back, as we have done with our own business. We've taken a step back to say, right, what are we doing badly, or where can we improve, and what have we been doing well, and where can we enhance the service. And one of the things we've been looking at is our own CRM system, but we've also been talking to companies about their own, or where they haven't even got a CRM system. We've been supporting them to understand what is it they want to get out of the CRM system. So even with some businesses and retail outlets, they don't have any sales process, for example. And before you even design a CRM system, that's something that any business needs to understand. How do you do anything, and a business process should underpin that. So that's been quite an interesting, I wouldn't say learning curve, because it's something that we've always done, but trying to understand different types of business and how they actually operate has been really exciting for me personally, because I've really enjoyed talking to these business owners and just putting a little bit of thought process into that from someone that doesn't know anything about the business. I've really enjoyed that personally, but what we've found is that on the back of a few conversations, we've had more conversations with folks that are interested to understand what we can add to the party. So that's been something else we've been working on, as well as just tidying up our own business. I'm sure everyone can relate to this, but you're running at 100 miles an hour to just get by day to day, and you just don't get a time to stop and just think and say, right, what are we actually doing here? And I think that's something that I've, again, enjoyed, is having that slower pace of life, not just in terms of business activity, but also being able to get out and walk, and, as Adam was saying earlier on, rediscover Aberdeen, rediscover the outdoors, losing a little bit of weight. I think I've lost 3.5 stone since lockdown. Some people are telling me that they've gained my 3.5 stone, but no, I think it's been really good for me, because it's
I've gained.
nothing to gain in the first place. So. But no, everyone's been dealing with. Some people have really found it quite stressful, and I always appreciate the people that do say that, because everyone tackles situations in different ways. Everyone's got different family circumstances, so I always appreciate when people do say to me, I'm not coping with it. You've got to take them seriously and just try and help them in any best way we can. Sometimes I can be a bit gipet, sometimes / all the time, but I think I know when to stop and actually take stock of when someone says something like that to me. And that's really been hats off to those out in the digital world and the face-to-face world that are really championing mental well-being. It's something that hasn't had the light of day too much over the last 10-15 years, but it's always been there. But now there's more people supporting this area, and I think it's great. Everyone should tap into any support, even if they don't even think they need it themselves. You just never know what's going on in that kind of grey matter. So anyway, we are in a place where we're hopefully relaxing the lockdown, but we still have to be very, very cautious, because we don't know what's around the corner. So we are taking that we're taking that seriously, and making sure that our events don't contribute to any kind of bad behaviour. So we really have to be careful what we're doing. We continue to watch the guidance that's issued, and we will be using this platform as an opportunity to share our updates. And I don't think we'll do it every 2 weeks, because that'll be quite overwhelming, especially when I waffle on. But I think we'll try and do it once a month, maybe. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, it'll be fine. We can just keep everyone updated with the latest releases from government.
Yeah, it's one of these things that if you do it too often, it just becomes boring. People don't kind of log in. I mean, we've got quite a lot of people watching us right now, which is a bit disconcerting, but hopefully they're finding it useful, and people will watch it after this as well. So, listen, I'm talking a lot here, and has anyone got any kind of quips, anything that they want to kind of add to the party? We did say it would be about 20-30 minutes, and that's kind of 9:35 now. So, has anyone got any closing comments?
No, I just wanted to say as well, you're talking about CRM systems. A lot of people are taking names and numbers for safety. So if you're going to the hairdresser, you have to take your mobile number, your email address. So it's actually a very good time right now to build your CRM systems, just for client safety, but also from a business point of view. So use this time as a benefit for you, and get those contact details, build those relationships, and obviously we're here to help you if you need us to come up with a really snazzy system for you as well.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, that's one of the things that we've been doing is cleaning up our CRM system. I think we had something like 17,500 contacts in there. And obviously from a GDPR perspective, we're cleansing that up over the next kind of couple of weeks. So it is a really good time to be looking at that to understand, okay, well, maybe it's something that we want to look at and to drive our business forward. So
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
That was my only comment.
No, good. Allison, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just really excited about our upcoming events. Yeah, really just want to get back into it, really, just into some kind of normality. I think most people want to be into some.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm ready.
New one. We're all ready, I think.
I think Alison, you're on holiday now, aren't you? So you'll be back.
Yeah, I'm on holiday at the moment.
So you'll be back to work
on the 3rd.
On the 3rd of August. So if people are standing by their phones, you might want to pull out the socket because Alison's on your heels. There's a lot to say for that. There's a lot to be said for that, Jade. Obviously, kind of getting back to work is something that people really need to get back to work, even if it's just getting that daily routine back in their lives. It's something that really is quite important. I've been busy myself, I suppose, over the last few months. So I've been quite fortunate that I've kept the brain matter ticking away, which has not been so fortunate for others that have had to listen to me. But there is a lot of people out there that just need to get a bit out there so we can function properly. So, Jade, you're back to work. I think it's this week, isn't it? You're going to be doing some support work.
Up today.
Yes, today. I forget it's Monday. Actually, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, so that's good. And okay, great. Listen, let's kind of wrap up now. So if people want to get in touch with us, as always, they can pick up the phone 01224 507 222. We continue to answer the phones, and we're on email, and you can get us at hello@etiom.co.uk, or you can get us on our social media channels that we continue to update as best we can, but in some areas we haven't had an awful lot to say, so we don't really want to just kind of put something out there for the sake of putting it out there. But at the same time, we want to try and tell people that we're out there. We're available to talk to them if they've got any kind of help. If they've got any help, any requirements, then we're happy to help them in any way that we can. So,
yeah. All
right, good stuff. Listen, that's a wrap. I think. Thanks very much for popping onto your computers and saying hello to everybody. We'll do this maybe every 4 weeks. The next one will be at the end of the middle of August. That'll be the next time we do one of these things. So excellent. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, speak to you soon. Later. Bye.
Take care. Bye.